is the stage, Aggie Memorial Stadium in Las Cruces, New Mexico. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the New Mexico Lobos and the New Mexico State Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with New Mexico's head coach before the game. He is so thrilled with how they've been running the ball lately. The rushing offense in the top 10, but they are facing one of the toughest teams to run against in the country. A top 10 rushing defense. This is strength on strength. Should be a great battle today. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. On the return, it's Fry. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Aggies offense will go on the attack first. A rivalry game like this, they'd love to get off to a good start. Guys, the last time they met, they were trading haymakers with each other.
They sure were. You could really tell in that game how much this rivalry meant to the players. They were exhausted, David. That game was back and forth. Neither of these teams want to lose because you don't want to hear about it for an entire offseason, and you know they're going to be playing with some fire today.
And you hear about it from the fans every time you lose. You hear about it constantly. It matters. Heard about it with Jesse Palmer in the Georgia-Florida rivalry. It was a big-time deal. They're going to be playing with emotion. Who can handle that emotion early, get settled in, and throw that first punch? And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Off play action on first down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it. Unsuccessfully, the quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that time.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Rush is on. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires immediately. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And you see these so much more in college football now. Decisions on fourth down. Listen, when it's fourth and short and you got a chance to establish yourself, especially physically at the line of scrimmage, field goals are great, but touchdowns win games. And so this first drive, man, assert yourself, be physical, get this fourth down.
Got enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, New Mexico. Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Deep in the end zone, it's Pride. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Sells the run, looking to pass. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Hits the hole. It's Stanley. Makes his man miss. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
Powers inside. Sweet cut there. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. The run inside. It's Stanley. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Right side, it's Pride. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Got some green grass. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Webster. Spits it out to the back. All by himself. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good to finish things off. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Here comes the New Mexico offense onto the field. See some running room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, this secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. He's changing the play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. It's complete to the right. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
On the move. He's going to take off. At the 40, there he goes. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Lobos will snap it on 1st and 10. Moving out to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Lobos! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Webster. Quickly out to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. They'll field this one in tight quarters. No room to bring it back. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun. Swings it out to the flat. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. looking to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Ready to fire from the pistol. Wide receiver comes in motion. Sells the run, lost the pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The throw. Out wide left, it's Pride. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
Great timing there on that throw by the QB on the out route. Gets it to his guy just in time. He makes the catch, and his momentum takes him out of bounds.
Out wide right, it's King. Could not make his way to the corner. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understanding they're going to throw the ball.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Stanley. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Give to the back. Nice move there. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Keeping his eyes downfield. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Fires to the big fella. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught by Smith. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico! And they take it in for 6 more points. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with UL Monroe taking on the number 9 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Warhawks looking for a 3rd straight victory today following that Week 1 defeat. And they're on top right now against another solid team. This outcome today could define each of their seasons. Now back over to your game inside Aggie Memorial Stadium. We figured we'd be in store for a defensive stalemate. Instead, these two teams have moved the football on the ground. Kind of a throwback game, and I'm not sure there's any need to change it up in the second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
New Mexico State will kick it away to open this 3rd quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Catching up with the Lobos head coach at the half. He is thrilled with the play of his quarterback. No turnovers right now. They have been clean and efficient on offense. They've got a lead. Let's see if they can continue that here in the 3rd quarter. I'll keep you posted on the vibe down here on the sidelines coming back. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's some daylight. Breaks into the open. The 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Lobos! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the New Mexico State sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment. They've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking for a crease. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Finds his tight end. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. They're really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Under pressure. There he goes. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain.
And, man, that is the hard part about playing defense nowadays. It's not the first play. It's the second play that you have to react to. It's a pass. Everybody's playing pass, but he has the ability to do that. And we've seen him do it today already. Just take off, make things happen. Now the QB over 100 on the day, and his legs, they're a problem.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Pulls it and fires to the left. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Back's got it on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
And the try is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Turning it on. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Drops back. It's Webster. They're all over him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
When you make a quarterback feel comfortable, man, they'll sit in that pocket, they'll go through their progressions, but when you start to hit them, they become very human, very average. They got to do a better job of keeping him upright, protecting him, so he can have a better second half than he did first.
Headed into the final period, both of these backs have been strong so far and looking to be able to finish. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Back's got it on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. Here come the Lobos to get things going on offense. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Might as well run him again. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He'll throw it. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And the Lobos will bring the punt team onto the field. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Here comes the New Mexico State offense to go on the attack. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Stanley. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And how are you guys not impressed with this defense, man? They've been so good. They've been all over the field. And they're about to make this a very one-dimensional offense. Like, the clock is ticking, right? And they're down, and they've got to get aggressive. Still trying to run the football, but this defense, they've been a brick wall so far.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snapped on 4th down. He's going for the big play. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with an L.
First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Setting up the screen. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Looking for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, New Mexico. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs.
He'll take the deep shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Ernie on the Jets. The 20, the 10, and he scores! Touchdown, Aggie!
And just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route, and the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
This offense has it with really good field position. Got an alley. He's past the sticks. Oh, he's got some space. All the way. Touchdown, Lobos. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
He'll bring it out. It's pride. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Straight ahead, it's Stanley. He's got the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking for the score. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Hey, man, I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. right back to the well. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking for the marker. Breaks into the open. That'll be a first down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. The Lobos will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
Keeps it on the ground. Brought down.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Touchdown, New Mexico! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
He'll bring it out. It's Pride. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wants to throw. It's Webster. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Now on first down from the 30. The corners are walked up tight. Drops back on first down. Oh, pressure's coming. Here's a throw downfield late. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game.